Lori Ann Carson.
Thank you. I ran out of work at podium. All right. Good afternoon, Ms. Carson.
Good afternoon.
Tell the jury just briefly, just to get acquainted with you, and two things I'll ask real quickly. You got a court reporter who's here. She's going to be taking everything down that you say, so just need you to speak loudly enough for her to hear you and for each of the members of the jury. And also, I'm glad you did that. If you're nodding your head or saying if you could just say yes or no so that the court reporter can take it down clearly and nobody will assume what you're saying. We just want to make sure it's all clear.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Where are you from?
Originally, Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
And what brought you to South Carolina?
My husband was in the military in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. He got out there, and then we moved here to Columbia, South Carolina, where his parents reside.
What branch?
Army.
All right. And are you currently employed?
I am.
Where are you employed?
United States Postal Service.
How long have you been there?
25, 26 years.
All right. All right. And do you have other family here in South Carolina?
No. I have just my husband's family and my kids, but my family's in Kentucky.
All right. And so your kids are physically here in South
Yes.
Carolina? Okay. Are they in Columbia?
Yes.
All right. And do you grandmother?
Yes.
How many grands you got? It makes you smile when you talk about
Yes. 8.
You got 8?
8.
All right. So let me ask you this. We're going to focus a little bit more specifically on 2023.
Yes.
So May 2023, you said you have 3 children who are here?
I do.
All right. Do you mind naming them?
I do mind.
Okay. You do mind?
I do.
Do you have a daughter named Kenny?
I do.
All right. And was she living in Columbia back in 2023?
She was.
What side of town was she living on?
Side of town. I don't know if that's. I live on Northeast. I don't know if that's still the Northeast area of Columbia, or she lived off of Spring Tree, off of.
So off of the Spring Tree Park Lane area?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I don't know what kind of.
So would that have been the area where the convenience store is located that is owned by the defendant, Rick Chow?
Yes.
Yeah. Now I'm going to show you just a couple things real quick. First, it states exhibit number 18 and states exhibit number 19. Oh, you did it. Okay. Thank you. So take a look at states 18 and 19. Do either of those photos look familiar to you?
They do.
All right. So if we start with states exhibit number 18, and I think it's up on the board now, so you hand it back to me. You can look through it.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. So the first one is states 18. Tell me what that is.
A convenience store.
Okay. Which convenience store is that?
Shell station.
All right. And I'm going to show you states number 16. Now that's more of an aerial view. Is that a better
That is
rendition?
correct. Yes.
Okay. What is it you see in there?
The convenience store, Spring Tree, Park Lane.
All right. Well, in the corners of Spring Tree and Park Lane.
Yes.
And that's the area where your daughter was living back in 2023?
Yes.
All right. Now, if we focus a little bit more specifically on that particular day, can you tell me a little bit about what was going on, what you were doing that day?
We was going, my daughter and grandkids was going to see a movie that they chose, and we just thought Sunday, day before the holiday, we'd just go out and enjoy ourselves.
So you indeed went to see a movie that day?
We did.
All right. And after the movie, what is it that you decided to do?
Take Kennedy back home, but she needed to stop in the store to get something to drink.
Okay. And so the store that we're looking at, is that the store that you stopped at to get something to drink?
Yes.
Had you been in that store before?
Twice.
All right. Can you tell me why you'd gone into that store?
Yes. My grandkids had been looking for some candy slime liquors, so I was on the hunt trying to find the candy that they wanted. So I stopped in there once, and they was like, come back in probably a couple of weeks. They should have it then. So the second time I stopped back in there, and I don't believe I purchased it then. They were still stocking up.
But having gone into that store at least 2 times, you were familiar with the layout of the store?
Yes.
A little bit familiar with the decoration?
Where the candy was at, yes. I knew where to go to find it.
Yes, ma'am. And you're a little bit familiar with the decorations in the store?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to show you something, State Exhibit number 52.
Same objections as before, Your Honor, but it's been
Yes, sir.
okay.
I'm showing you what's been listed as State's Exhibit 52. Can you tell me if you recognize that picture?
I did.
All right. And in recognizing that picture, you said, were there anything like photos or decorations that stood out to you when you were in that store?
Yeah, a lot of photos.
Okay. And is what you're looking at from States 52 a fair and accurate representation of the photos that you saw when you walked into that store?
Yes.
Now, as we focus a little bit more on that particular day, you drove into the gas station to, or the Shell station, the convenience store side of this,
Yes.
to pick up maybe some slime liquor or a drink for your daughter,
Candy.
or some candy. And what happened next?
As I was pulling in onto the lot, I noticed Cyrus coming out and taking off running with the 2 other gentlemen behind following suit.
You said following suit. Let me ask you this.
Yes. So,
What kind of car were you driving that particular day?
BMW SUV.
Okay, BMW SUV?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to show slide number 20 from State Exhibit number 4. Now, if you're looking at the top corner of that screen, can you tell me what you can see?
I see my vehicle turning onto Spring Tree.
So that vehicle right there is its paused. That's your vehicle?
That is my vehicle.
And tell me again what type of vehicle that is.
2017 BMW S5.
So, what is it about when you pulled into this area that commanded your attention? Let's talk about that a little bit more. You said you saw a young man walk out of the store?
I saw him walking out and then taking off running
Okay.
with the 2 gentlemen running behind him.
Okay. You said 2 gentlemen running behind him. What, if anything, stood out to you as they were running behind this young man?
His shoe flew off when he was.
Now, where would you have been to watch this shoe fly off?
I had pulled onto the lot and I stopped,
Okay.
so I was able to see.
Now I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibits number 21. I'm sorry, State's Exhibits 20, 21, and 22. So I'm going to hand you States 20. Can you tell me what that is a photo of?
Yes, Spring Tree Drive.
Okay. I'm going to show you States 21. Can you show me what that's a photo?
Just a bigger view of Spring Tree Drive.
And is that also the corner of that store in the parking lot?
The parking lot, yes.
7441 Parkland Road?
Yes.
The store belonging to Rick Chow, the defendant?
Yes.
No. You sure? Yeah. Let's start with 20. So can you explain to the jury about where you would have been as you pulled into that store and you saw two adults chasing Cyrus?
I would have been just on the edge. I pulled onto the lot, so I was at the edge,
Okay. And I'm gonna,
just off the street.
so what I'll do, Your Honor, may I witness that now?
Sure.
So I'll have you, if you don't mind, Ms. Carson, I'm going to give this to you, and you can point out. Are you comfortable pointing on this one?
Yes.
Or you want me to be here so you can see, Your Honor? All right. Show us about where you would park.
I parked right here. I stopped right here.
Stopped in that area?
Yes.
And what you're telling us is that's where you saw the defendant, Rick Chow, and someone else chasing Cyrus across the parking lot.
Yes.
All right, you can have a seat, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I'd like to show you what's been marked as States. States 24, slide 24 from States number 4, exhibit number 4. Tell me what you see in that video.
My vehicle and Mr. Chow and the other gentleman running.
And is that what you experienced on May 28th, 2023?
Yes.
And that caught your attention?
Yes.
What did you see next?
I saw Cyrus run across the street. I saw a female, I guess, I don't know if it's a sister or not. I saw her pick up his shoe.
And did you continue to watch this whole incident unfold?
I did.
And you watched from your vantage point right there at the corner that you just pointed out to the jury?
Yes.
Tell us what you saw from that vantage point.
At that point, I saw Cyrus run across the street, them chasing him. I saw Cyrus trip, and he got up, and I was excited because I wanted him to continue running, but he didn't get up straight up. I thought he tripped again, and he went down.
Did you at any point in time see anything in Cyrus's hands?
I did not.
Okay. Would you be at a point where you could see things that were in his hands?
Yes.
All right. What happened next? And you can take your time.
I turned my vehicle around and went down to where they were located at. I stopped and I wrote down my window and asked, is everything okay? And he said, no, call 911.
So let's stop there. Before you drove down to see what was going on, could you see, you said Cyrus fell a second time?
He fell, he tripped over the curb, and then as he was getting up, he fell down again, so he didn't get upright. He didn't get upright to where he was.
What were the two men who were chasing him doing?
I saw I saw the son. I saw both of them chase him, and then when I drove down there, I can't at this point because I had to turn my vehicle around. So I had to look left to make sure when a car cut me. So then I drove down there, and when I stopped and asked if they needed help, was everything okay? The son, they was distance apart from Cyrus. Cyrus was in the middle of them, and Mr. Chow was in front of Cyrus. Cyrus was already laying on the ground, and the father was near the position where his head was at.
So let me ask this, just to make sure I'm getting this chronologically correct. Before you drove down there, you saw them run in front of your car.
Yes.
All right. And you saw him fall a couple times.
Yes.
All right. And then as he fell, you saw him, when he fell the final time, can you tell us where they were positioned?
I cannot tell you.
Can you tell us what, if anything, you saw Mr. Chow, the defendant in this case, doing, or his son doing when he fell the final time?
The final time when I saw, he was already moving towards the front of Cyrus.
Okay.
And the son was behind Cyrus, but a little ways off from where Cyrus was at. It's like the son ran up near the curb and stopped. It's like he didn't move no further.
Okay. And you saw Cyrus fall the final time?
I did.
Was he ever pointing towards them or doing anything towards them that you could see?
No, that I could see, no.
And did you ever see anything in his hand?
I did not.
So when you actually went down to the scene, you said you drove down there. Did you at some point engage or have a conversation? What is? Let me change this around a little bit. What is it that you saw when you finally got down to the scene? You said that you saw Cyrus on the ground. Tell me what was going on.
When I got down there, Mr. Chow was down on his knees. Cyrus was on his back, and Mr. Chow has his hand out. And I asked, where'd the blood come from? Are you bleeding? Are you hurt? I said, who's hurt? And he said, him. So I looked at Cyrus, and I said, where? Where? Because I didn't see no blood anywhere. And so by then there was another female, and Mr. Chow, they rolled him over, and they raised his shirt up, and I saw the hole in the back. And they rolled him back over, and I cleared. By then he had leaves in his mouth, and I cleared the way because he had started making gurgling. So I thought he was trying to breathe. So I was trying to clear him so he can breathe. And I told them to the female and to do, because I didn't know how to do CPR. So I told him to do CPR because he's trying to breathe. And I told him to do CPR. So the young lady started doing chest compression, and Mr. Chow was getting CPR mouth to mouth to him. And I just told him to keep on.
And you tried to do what you could to help with the situation after Cyrus had been shot.
Yes.
Do you know who shot Cyrus?
I don't know who shot, but I know when I went down there, when I turned my car around, went down there and stopped, Mr. Chow was in a shooting stance where he's standing upright with his legs, and he had his arms like this.
Like, can you stand and demonstrate to the jury what you mean by shooting stance? And hold on for a minute. Let me move this. May she come down again, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
When I drove down there and stopped, the scene was over here, and I rolled down my window, and he was in a stance like this.
And what did you do when you saw Mr. Chow in a stance like that, the defendant, Mr. Chow, in a stance like that?
I asked him, was everything okay? And he said, no. Call 911.
And is that what you did?
Yes, I had my family in the car, so I needed to get them out of danger and drove them up to the next apartment lot. And then I ran back down. And as I was going up, though, I was calling 911, but I was so nervous because I needed to get back down there and help them. And I just gave the phone to my daughter because I couldn't get the information out.
Court's indulgence, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to show you what's a bit more slide 20 of State's Exhibit number 4. You can take a look at that, please. 21. I'm sorry, slide 21 of State's Exhibit number 4. We loop back a little bit just to go back to the beginning of this. What is it that you saw there? You talked about a shoe?
His shoe came on.
Okay, and that's what you saw?
I saw him run. He on the red, bright red
Could you see
sweatshirt, so I was able to see him. But I saw a shoe that's white, and it just flew off as he was running.
Could you see his face?
I saw his face.
Tell me what you saw.
He just looked frightened and scared. He looked like he needed help.
And how is it that you could say he looked frightened and scared? How do you say that?
The way his eyes was just like a young child, just in trouble, just needed help. He just looked scared. It just in his eyes.
And is that what compelled you to
Yes.
do a little bit more?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because it's like one of my grandkids, one of my kids, just looked scared, and I just had to help. I could not do nothing. I could not do nothing. My daughter wanted me to. I could not. The best thing I could do was just get my family out the way. And I didn't mind if I got hurt, but I needed my family out the way, and I had to go down there and help them.
And that's what you did?
And that's what I did.
And later you had an opportunity to speak to law enforcement about what you did?
Yes.
You did that. And let's just be clear, you're not in any relation to anybody in this case, correct?
No.
You were with your family.
Yes.
And you watched all of these things unfold.
Yes.
Court's indulgence. So just to be clear, as you, your daughter, and grandkids were in that parking lot, you watched Cyrus run by, what, if anything, was in his hands?
I saw his backpack on his back, but I didn't see anything in his hand.
And as he ran down Spring Street, what was in his hands?
I didn't see anything in his hand.
And as he fell multiple times, what was in his hands?
didn't see anything in his hand.
And from your vantage point, you feel certain you would have seen if something was in his hands?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have.
Roll termination.
Good afternoon.
I know this was a startling event, but I need to ask you some questions. All right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you testified that you were with your daughter, you went to this store to purchase something, a drink or something, is that right?
We was going there to purchase that, but we never made it inside.
And we've seen a video of your automobile, a BMW SUV, I think you said, turn off of Park Lane onto Spring Tree, and then you say you immediately pulled into the parking lot of the station.
Yes.
And maybe when we get this going. Technology. In a moment, when you get this figured out, I'll ask you some questions about this. But now, your SUV, you were riding with, where was your daughter? And your daughter's name is Kennedy?
Kennedy,
All right. And how old is she?
30. She's old. She's 30.
Don't say that's old.
She's not a baby.
She's a young lady, but she was seated in the passenger seat of your automobile. Is that right?
No, Kennedy was behind me. My granddaughter was on the passenger side.
All right. So which side of the automobile was she sitting?
She was directly behind me.
And are your the windows in your vehicle are tinted?
Yes, they are.
And so, let me ask you to step down again. Let me get this for you. Watch that. And our solicitor has hidden the pointer. Oops, there it is. So, as you did before, would you reach up there and show the jury where your vehicle was?
Yes, I pulled off Spring Tree onto here.
Okay. So up beyond that bush, perhaps?
Right there.
All right. And so your view would have been down the road, and so as you testified, you watched through your window. Windows were rolled up in your vehicle, I think?
Yes, they're legally tinted though, they're not.
Okay. And the three people you saw run past you, would you kind of give the jury an indication with your pointer there where they ran by you, past you?
Well, as I was pulling off, Cyrus was just stepping off all the steps as he started running. So Cyrus were here, and the other two gentlemen was just passing my vehicle here.
Okay.
The shoe flew off. The lady came and picked it up.
All right.
I saw them go down because I had backed up.
And let me ask you to stop you there. You saw the shoe come off somewhere around that red car? Or
I don't recall. I don't recall.
do you recall?
I recall the shoe flying off. I saw that. I saw the lady come and pick it up.
All right. But that was sometime later that she came and picked it up? Or
Yes, she was. They was already off.
All right. And did you see the gentleman you're calling Cyrus? Did you see him throw 2 cell phones away?
No.
Didn't see that. You see him throw anything else away?
No, I did not. I didn't see anything in his hand.
Okay. Now, if you'll point up on that, you have to take a step up to get there. Point about where you believe that Mr. Belton, that's the person you're calling Cyrus, where his injury would have been. Where was it that you saw him being shot?
Ran across the street. This is where he tripped at. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in here. I can't like. But he tripped and then he went down and then he tried to back up and he went down.
So your recollection is that it wasn't all the way there. It was much closer?
I cannot.
And I understand.
Yes, because
All right.
he ran across the street.
All right, if you'll have a seat, ma'am.
Yes.
Are you aware that the Sheriff's Department indicates that the distance from the store to where Mr. Belton tripped and fell was 130 yards? Are you aware of that?
No, but when I was down there, when I looked back up at the store, I myself just saw like the tip of the store. I couldn't see the whole store itself. So the distance, I don't know, but I know when I looked up there at the store myself, I just saw like the tip of the store. So it was kind of, I couldn't see. You could see the lot and the store. You can like see.
But your view through your rolled up window was 130 yards.
I don't know the distance. I'm not,
Let's go back to when the 3 individuals ran past you. You didn't know who these people were.
No.
You did not know what was happening.
No.
You told the jury you didn't see anything in the first person's hands, the person we know to be, you were calling Cyrus.
No, I didn't see anything in his hand.
Nothing in his hands. Didn't see him throw anything away. You just saw him step out of the shoe.
I saw him running, and when his leg went back, his shoe flew off. So I didn't see him throw anything. I didn't see a cell phone.
And was he carrying the backpack, or did he have it loose in his arms in a backpack traditional position?
I don't think I can't recall if it was looped in his arm. I didn't see that running like that. I thought it was on his back, and I was sure because
You certainly didn't know that he had a 9mm pistol
No, I did
hidden in
not.
his clothing
I did not.
in the front of his. Remember what he was wearing?
Yes, it was a bright red sweatshirt. He had on some darker jeans and some white tennis shoes. Was white and sweatshirt was red.
Do you remember that it had a big pocket on the front?
I can't recall seeing a pocket. If
Now,
it did, I
the
wanna know.
second and the third people who were pursuing him or following him, let's not confuse you or the jury. The first person you were calling Cyrus.
Yes.
The second person, do you now understand what his name was? Andy?
The son?
Yes.
Okay.
That second person you saw?
I saw, I guess, Andy and Mr. Chow.
All right. Well, you saw Andy running after Cyrus.
Both
Yes.
of them. Yeah.
And Andy had nothing in his hands,
I can't recall what they had in their hand.
so you didn't notice whether he had anything.
I didn't notice if he had anything in his hand.
And the third person was the father, Mr. Chow, the gentleman seated over here.
Yes.
You recognize him today?
Yes. I recognize him from
And
the store.
he also didn't have anything in his hands, did he?
I didn't see anything in his hand.
All right. And he was following his son. He was behind his son, wasn't he? As the videos have indicated.
Yes. It seemed like, well, in my view, it just seemed like they was running, so whether side by side or behind, but they
And
was
so
running after
you
him.
testified
Did
that...
you finish? her
I'm sorry,
statement or
I
question?
apologize for interrupting. Please
Thanks.
finish. Do you remember what you were saying when I interrupted you?
Repeat the question and I can answer it again.
Well, you saw, I think I asked, you saw nothing in Mr. Chow's hands. And
That's
he was,
correct. I didn't see anything in his hand.
and he was following his son. He was behind his son. As, and I said before you answered, as indicated on videos that could be seen.
Yes. What I saw, I just saw them running. I don't know who was in front, behind, I don't know. They was together running. That's what I saw.
And so then you saw the three of them proceed down the street 130 yards, or whatever the distance was. And you
Yes.
say that then you saw the person you're calling Cyrus fall.
He tripped over the curb
All right.
and went down and proceeded to get back up, and then he went down. He didn't get all the way up.
And you weren't able at that distance to see what he tripped on, were you?
He tripped over the curb. I saw that.
And when he began to get up, were you able at 130 yards to see that he had a gun in his hand?
No,
You couldn't see whether he had anything in his hand or not. could you?
no.
Do you remember that? Do you remember seeing Andy Chow when
Yes.
this young man fell? Do you remember seeing him backing up into the middle of the street?
No. When I saw him, he was just standing still. I didn't see him back up.
In the middle of the street?
He was just standing still near the curb.
Okay. And you had no idea at that point that Cyrus had a 9mm pistol in
No.
his hand? When you saw him fall, you saw everyone stop. All three of them stopped.
Saw him. I don't know what they was doing. I saw my eyes was focused on him because of the red sweatshirt. I can't recall if they was backing up, whatever, but I saw him trip over the curb, get back up, and then trip again, and he went down. And that's when I went
Well,
down.
when he fell, neither of the Chows jumped on him, did they?
I didn't see it. I didn't see him them jump on him. No.
Okay. They didn't touch him. They didn't jump on him. They
I
didn't
don't know.
attack him, in other words.
There was a time period where I had turned my vehicle around and I had to look left to make sure no car was coming. So whatever happened in that short period of time for me to look left and turn it back and go, I don't know what happened.
Well, that's not the time period I'm asking you about. I'm asking you about what you've testified about. That when you saw him fall, neither of the Chows jumped on that young man when he fell.
No, I didn't see them jumping on him. No.
And the second time you say he tripped or fell, you don't know whether maybe that's when he was shot. You don't know.
I don't know.
In fact, you never heard a gunshot, did you?
I did not.
And when he fell the second time, or went down the second time, you did not see either Chow advance on him, attack him, did you?
I did not.
Now, the solicitor asked you about speaking to the sheriff's department. You went to the Richmond County Sheriff's Department at their request
Yes.
and gave an interview.
Yes.
In that interview, you mentioned, and it is correct, that you and your daughter participated in a 911 call.
Yes.
The 911 call was made after the second time Cyrus fell down.
Yes.
And in that Sheriff's Department interview, you indicated, as you said today, you were right there. Let's see. You were right there in that spot, though you in the 911 call, you were not able to exactly explain where you were. You knew you were at the intersection of the corner of this gas station.
I could not, because I was just so frantic at that moment. I could not recall the street I was on, and I was nervous, and I handed the phone to my daughter to finish the conversation.
And so you never saw a gun in anybody's hands.
No.
And when you mentioned you turned your car around, you drove down, and you drove past where, well, you stopped where this, where the young man was, and Mr. Chow and his son.
Yes.
And you rolled the window down, I think you said.
Yes.
And Mr. Chow, this gentleman, the first thing he said to you was, call 911.
After I asked him, was everything okay, he said, no, call 911.
And again, you didn't know there was a gunshot.
No.
You and your daughter went up to what, one of the parking lots,
Yes.
turned in and pulled over and parked,
Yes.
and you walked back down.
I ran down.
Random. And your daughter as well.
My daughter after me did.
Okay. And when you got down there, you saw Mr. Chow, this gentleman, Mr. Chow. You saw him giving this young man, you saw him down on his knees giving this young man mouth to mouth.
No, sir.
Well, don't you recall telling the sheriff's deputy when you were interviewed on, let's see, July 25th, roughly a month after this, that you watched Rick doing mouth to mouth and saw the brown stuff came out. And then you watched him try to do mouth to mouth again.
No, sir. When I went down there, he was on his knee.
Mr. Chow.
Mr. Chow was on his knee. By then, another young lady came down, and she was on my left-hand side. She went down on her knee. I asked him about the blood on his hand, because someone was injured. I need to know who was injured. I asked him, was he okay? Are you hurt? Who's hurt? And he said, him. I looked over at Cyrus, down at Cyrus. I didn't see no blood nowhere. So I'm trying to figure out where does blood come from? Who's hurt? And that's when they both rolled him over. I saw the hole in his back and just a little blood around it. They rolled him back over. I got the leaves out of his mouth, and I told them they need to do it because I could not do CPR. I asked them to do it. The young lady started doing the chest compression. He started doing mouth to mouth.
Okay, so he Mr. Chow did indeed give attempted life-saving measures, including mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, right there on his knees in front of you, trying to save this young boy's life. Even to the extent,
Yes.
even to the extent of that young man aspirating or vomiting. Mr. Chow cleared his mouth and then proceeded to go back to a
There's no
mouth-to-mouth.
testimony about him aspirating and vomiting.
Sorry?
Your Honor, I believe that testimony is in the record. The commentary.
I'll allow that.
It was not pretty. And you yourself did not. Do you know how to give mouth-to-mouth
I do
resuscitation?
not know. That bothers me today. That I could not help him. And the only thing I could do was just clear his mouth with the leaves And I couldn't do anything else but to stay there with him because he didn't have nobody there with him. I tried.
But Mr. Chow did apparently give mouth-to-mouth resuscitative efforts to save his life. Right there in front. That's all we have, John. Thank you.
Hang on, when you're ready.
Do you need a moment?
I'm fine.
I'm sorry we got to rehash this without you. So Mr. McCullough just mentioned that this, the defendant, Mr. Chow, was giving life. He was trying to save this young man's life, is what he said, right? And that's after he shot him in the back, right?
Well, Your Honor, I object to that because this is direct, redirect. She's already said she didn't see a gun, didn't see a shot fired.
Go ahead and ask the question and see where.
Okay. So Mr. McCullough asked, or he said you went through this long litany about what happened right there, and said that the defendant, Mr. Chow, Rick Chow, was giving him mouth-to-mouth, trying to save this child's life. And that was
Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize.
and that was after Rick Chow had shot him in the back.
Yes.
And who did you see standing in a shooting position out of anybody of the three people who ran in front of your car?
I saw Mr. Chow.
The defendant, Rick Chow?
Yes, sir.
The man sitting right there?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, you said that you clearly saw Cyrus didn't have anything in his hands, right?
I did not see anything in his hand.
You never saw him pointing, turning towards them.
I did not.
He was running the entire time.
Yes, sir.
And when he ran by you, he looked scared.
He did.
And who was running behind him?
Mr. Chow and his son, I believe.
And did you ever see Cyrus turn around and confront them?
No.
Kept running away from them,
Yes.
and they continued pursuing him the entire time.
Yes.
Now, also in questioning, Mr. McCullough said you didn't see a gun because he had it hidden in the front pocket.
I didn't see no gun.
Okay. And have you seen somebody shot, killed, or dying in front of you like that before?
No.
And you were a little bit frantic, was the word you used?
Yes.
A little bit upset.
Yes.
Did you do the best that you could to tell the police what you saw?
I did.
And at the end of the day, you didn't see a gun in Cyrus's hands. Would that be a yes or no, ma'am?
I didn't see a gun.
Okay, did not see a gun.
I did not see a gun.
All right. Thank you. That's all my question.
Here you go.
Nope. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
You can step down, Mr. Clark. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Carter.